What's up, Internet? We are here with quite possibly the final episode of Pokemon Crystal, because before us lays the final challenge. The entire reason for our being, the source of all of our anger, rage, and hate. This guy, Red, the guy who stole our fame, our fortune, stole all of our recognition, stole our life, and cast us to the quantum wind when he tried to take over our body. He got rid of our team and destroyed them as well, and we will not stand for it. Every single moment of our training, every single victory and loss has been leading up to this moment. Taking this guy down, and then shoving him off a mountain. Because, let's just be honest, he totally deserves it. Now, before we get into this, I did do some grinding. Instead of level, 52, our entire team is now level 75. You might think that's overkill. Trust me, it's not. This guy's levels are 80. So I think we're okay. But if we can take him down, we'll have finally gotten our revenge. And proven once again that we are, in fact, the very best. Like no one ever was. So let's go. The final battle. This jerk. That used to be my body, jerk. And he's using a Pikachu. What an asshole. Actually, it's interesting to say this because they kind of made Red sort of canonically every potential starting character in the first three because he has a Pikachu. I think he has the other three starters plus an Eevee. So theoretically, in an alternate version where the rival ended up with a Pikachu and he got the Eevee, that would also count. But since he's got a Pikachu, we're going to start with a ground type. And hope Kaz can hold his own against the level 81 Pikachu. But at the same time, it's Pikachu, so I'm not really terribly scared. Like I said, this could... If this works out, this will be a very quick stream, and if it fails, it's going to be long and embarrassing. And I'd rather not hike through the pitch black cave without flash again. Actually, I put on a save state on the RF so we can just go back to right in front of the fight, which is fine. Which is good, because I don't want to hike through that cave again. But the thing about this is, Red is a very bad trainer. He may have taken our fame, our fortune, and our title, but he is not the original genuine article. And because of that, his team is actually pretty crap comparatively. Whereas we've got at least a pretty roundabout team. Like, his team, it's balanced, but a lot of it is very, very singular element design, so you can kind of work around that pretty easily. The biggest thing is his levels. Because, again, by this point you should be level 50, and you're supposed to lose to him a bunch. But I didn't want to do that. Because I'm pissed at this guy. Because he stole everything from us, and it's not right. And that's why we're on this quest for revenge. Take that, you stupid rat. What do you got next? Blastoise. Okay. Let's go, Jewel. He's got levels on us, but, you know, I think we're smart enough to get around that. And he doesn't have too many levels on us either. That was entirely luck, but I'm glad it happened. I'm surprised you lasted against that, actually. Aha! But that happened, so I'm okay with it. Let's try again. Nah, it was too good to be true. Like, that's the problem with Zapcan, it's 50-50. Fortunately, even though he's got stab, we've got resistance against it, so I don't think Surf's going to be that big an issue. Besides, Jewel has a crap ton of health. As long as it doesn't, say, have, Ice Beam or something, which I'm not even sure Blastoise can learn. I think we're okay. Oh, come on. Zapcan, and this is just getting depressing. I mean, I get this is supposed to be like a Clash of the Titans sort of thing going on, but RNG, stop giving it to him. Alright, well, at least it was fair enough that he got paralyzed. I guess we'll Hydro Pump him. I mean, I'm not sure that's going to do much, but let's do it. He's doing more Surf, which is the scary thing, but I think Blastoise has inherently higher special than Jewel has. Jewel's more of a meat shield, more or less. I gotta say, Surf looks way cooler than Hydro Pump. Next. You got rid of Static Cling and instead took an Espeon. I am disappointed in you, Red. I mean, I was already disappointed in you. Well, you know what? My dear Static Cling survived, and he wants just as much revenge as I do. She, rather. So let's get him, Luna. And you're regretting picking the Psychic type now, huh? Not bad. I've got Shadow Ball just as much as I have physical attacks. And either way, your Psychic type is done. I fear not you, Red. You are just a pale imitation. Next. A Snorlax. Interesting. I guess we'll throw our fighting type out then. I like the belly pat Snorlax makes. It may be my enemy, but I respect your cuteness, Snorlax. Alright. So now, let's try Triple Kick. See what we can do with that. Not much. That's embarrassing. I kind of figured he'd have a Snorlax, and I figured this would probably be the scary part of the fight. Okay. Hit him with a Dizzy Punch, maybe we can confuse him. Alright. Come on. Yes. No more Reflect? Good to hear, good to hear. Ooh, that's gonna be painful. If that crits on us, we're in trouble. I think we're gonna try and Dizzy Punch him again. Alright. Let's try Triple Kick. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a crit on him. Or hit him 3 times. Well, he didn't sleep. That's the important thing. If he sleeps, then we're in trouble. Alright, I think our next move is to call up DW, so let's get dangerous. I think Steel Wing. That should do. Rather nicely. Alright, that was the scary part of the fight. Now he's got 2 more. Can use Charizard. I'll go back to Jewel. I read that. You hate Triple Kick. In my experience, yeah, it's kind of crap, but it was the only fighting attack I had. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. Let's see if we can survive this. Probably not, but maybe. Nope. Yeah, we got critted, yeah. Okay, now things get a little bit more interesting. It's a little early, but I guess we'll take Sin out. This run is literally just this battle, but yes. And then sometime in the next week I'm going to start Pokemon Ruby. I guess we'll use Rollout? That seems like our best course of action. Although I'll be back in about an hour to do a first impressions thing on something else. Really? You just do not want to hit with Rollout. Damn it. Lots of grinding, mostly. Let me put it this way. When I finished, at this point, last week, I said I was going to grind because there's a huge level difference between me and Red. And I spent pretty much all week gaining 22 levels. For my entire team. So, it's basically just sitting here and just grinding for hours, really. Or use a metric crap ton of rare candies, which I had a few, but not too many. I really do not want Cinder to get taken out. That would be bad. Thunder Punch. Oh, it was worse before. I spent 2 hours trying to get a Heracross, as well as 2 hours trying to get a Pineco and got neither. And I got lucky and got a Tyrogue from the daycare couple, because I refuse, for the narrative of this storyline I've created, I refuse to use Kanto monsters. So I had to get a Tyrogue and I had to turn it into a Hitmontop, which meant I had to go back to Elex Forest and alternate fighting between Weedles and Caterpies. And I had to get my monster up to level 20. Fighting like level 6 monsters. It was kind of horrifyingly bad. Alright, there we go. We have restored our honor and gotten revenge on the asshole who quantum leapt into our body trying to kill us. And now we shove him off a mountain. Proving once and for all that we are in fact the very best, like no one ever was. You could, if you actually had some form of strategy. I wasn't doing that, though. I was just going at it, you know, with what I had. Yes, thank you. I was pretty surprised I actually made it this far, honestly, because after losing Pineco and Heracross, and basically going in with no plan, I was lucky to find a Chinchou and realizing how good they were. That was awkward. Anyway, if you want to see more Pokemon on this channel, starting within the next week, there's going to be Ruby playthroughs. Which is good, because it's one I actually know, unlike Crystal. And I like Ruby a lot, so that's going to be a fun one. And I will, when this is done anyway, be back in about an hour to do a first impressions thing of a PS2 game that not many people know about. Yes, I've been doing this for a freaking year. At like an hour a week or so. Starting in Pokemon Red, and now I've just finished Gen 2, so gotta start Gen 3. And then I don't know what I'm doing after that, because I don't have the GameCube games, nor do I have any way of recording DS stuff, so all I can think is maybe I'll do like a Pokemon hack I've got like a GBA copy of. I can think of. But that's about it. But we beat Crystal. Oh, right. Also, no Ampharos. That threw me for a bit of a loop, because I started with Pokemon Silver, and that was like my favorite monster in the game. It's like, well, this kind of shits on my plans a little bit. Anyway, this has been a very, very short episode, but I will see you next week, where we're going to go into Gen 3! Yeah! And I'll also be back in an hour to do more stuff. But if you like the stream and want to see more stuff, follow it. Check out my YouTube channel to see all the like 900 plus other videos I've made. And if you really want to make my day, check out my Patreon. Support me there so that I can continue to do awesome stuff in a time where I can't really afford to do awesome stuff. Plus, you get on the Patreon supporters Discord, and we can discuss how awesome Pokemon Ruby is, and how much of a jerk Red is, really, seriously. He's just an asshole. Stealing people's fame and fortune and glory like that. What a jerk. Anyway, I will be back in an hour, but until then, peace out, Internet.